Hey, my name is Nick and welcome to another episode of The Side Quest. Today's beer is called Dusk by Burial Beer Co. This beer is a black lager, 5% ABV, and it is brewed out of Asheville, North Carolina. Now this beer is not necessarily local, but I was easily able to find it at Downtown Crown. I actually haven't had a black lager. Carabao did make one, but I wasn't able to pick up a can when they had it for sale. Burial does say that it's sort of like a mix between a Schwarzbier and an American dark lager, and I like Schwarzbiers. I had that Heater Allen Schwarzbier on the Brew Quest side, but that was like years ago, and I haven't had anything really close in a while. So this beer really intrigued me off the shelf. I love the artwork on this can. It looks like a bird's skull with dragonflies around it, which I think is really cool, super like metally. But I'm digging the can art. I mean, the company is called, or the brewery is called Burial, so it seems a very gothic, macabre type of artwork, right? So let's open this beer up and try it out, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like it. So I'll see you right after this pour. All right, let's take a look at this beer. So I'm holding it up to the light right now. I'm pretty sure you can see the reflection in the glass. It is dark. I can't see through it at all. It is light brown, a little bit reddish at the bottom, at the edges, but for the most part, can't see through this at all. During the pour, there was a really good amount of head, maybe about an inch worth. You can kind of see it on this glass, like on the edges. Like maybe a finger's worth of head, which was good. Had a really good aroma coming out of the can as I was pouring it as well. But overall, it looks really interesting. Let's put a nose on it. Great aroma coming off of this beer. There's a lot of notes from like definitely roasted malt. It does have a like almost burnt-ish kind of aroma on the nose. I don't get like really anything else. There's like no sweetness or anything like that coming through. No hoppiness either. It's more of like roasted malt characters coming from this beer. And I didn't really get too much of anything else, but it is going to be interesting because, like I said, I've liked Schwarzbiers, so hopefully this is just as good. So, cheers. Okay, this beer is very straightforward. It's basically what you see is what you get. So this beer is it was just hops, malt, and yeast, right? And you kind of just get that. It's a very simple beer, but it's also a very good beer. I wasn't expecting anything adjuncted. I wasn't expecting any of these weird flavors like vanilla or fruit, because that's not what was used. And even though there is some tasting notes from Burial, I kind of get that, kind of don't. There is a great flavor coming through. I don't know what to compare it. I just had that Mexican dark lager from Oliver in Downtown Crown, and it's stronger than that. So it has like almost like very close-ish flavor, but it's stronger. If to me, it's sort of like a very light, robust porter, or maybe a very light, like imperial stout, like a Russian imperial, or even a very light regular stout. And it's good for what it is. It's straightforward. You get those dark tasting notes, dark, like that almost smokiness coming off of it, and you also get you get a little bit of bitterness on the finish, and it's not necessarily on your first or second sips. Like after the beer coats your mouth, you kind of get most of the flavor in it, and it's very typical of a dark-ish or dark beer, which is good. If that's what you're looking for, this is actually going to be a good beer for you. As far as like, is it something I'm going to seek out? I'll probably try to pick up another few cans of dark or black lagers. However, I don't know if I'm gonna like, if this would be a style I would keep on like just in my fridge. I don't actually drink as much as I used to. I kind of just like drinking new stuff. A lot of the enjoyment in beer for me is brewing, like doing my own homebrew stuff, and then drinking new things and trying out new styles. I don't know whether or not I would keep it, only because of price point. Like, this beer is 16 ounces. I would prefer it in a 12-ounce can. I think I can easily do that, but it's not a high enough ABV to where a 16 ounce is gonna get you, you know, like get you super buzzed after one. I think it's a 12-ounce would be enough for me just to try it out. Like I said, I don't drink as much as I used to when I was a lot younger, but yeah, it's a good beer. Like, if you want a black lager, this Dusk is not a bad pick if you have it available to you. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I like it, and even though Burial is not local necessarily, it's East Coast, but not necessarily local, I will be looking out for their other stuff. Hopefully, they do a lot of other unique styles, because black lagers this is probably my first black lager besides, like I said, the Schwarzbier I've had before. But yeah, it's a good beer. I would definitely drink it again. So, thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, please leave a like down below, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers. This beer is definitely straightforward.